when asking youth what they do want before the competition begins. Rather, what they don't, they say comments that are specifically focused on my performance or communicating high expectations that I win. Further, when giving tactical advice that's outside your knowledge tree, imagine in the first few years when you're that informational support system to your brand new soccer, baseball, swimmer, tennis player, they get it. But when they've played for 10 years and you never played ever, they know that their knowledge base extends out beyond your own. During games, we look at opportunities. Hey, don't draw undue attention to yourself during competition. And don't yell at your child, the coach, or even the opponents. See, because when you dispute officials, coaches, or parents, or repeat your instructions incessantly, it gets in your child's head. And they like what they're doing less because they're performing more poorly, and they become confused and overwhelmed. In family research, we call that flooding. And when your emotions are high, it's hard for anything else to perform well. Once the competition is over, be less or not at all critical about their performance. Have less of the blame be towards others, including the coaches or the referees. And finally, don't have everything be focused on what went wrong. Because at the end of the day, what can I do with what went wrong the next time I play? So that leads us to the last that I want to discuss with you today, and that is, what do youth tell us that they want? Before games, youth tell us to help them to be physically prepared. Mom and dad can provide a number of opportunities, including well-rounded meals, reminders to get adequate rest, be hydrated, and prepare yourself mentally for your next game or event. During that game, assume a posture and a tone of voice that are positive. Maintain control over your emotions. And while doing that, notice good performance and give encouragement for things that were expected to be good, but maybe ended up just a little bit short. Ultimately, when it's all said and done, give positive feedback. And have that feedback directed not just at outcome, but more specifically at effort and attitude. Make it realistic, and ultimately give that feedback when it can be well received. One of the things I remind you, and it dovetails to things we talked about just a little while ago, and that is when emotions are high, which following a game, good or bad, emotions are normally high. Information is not well received because it cannot be processed. When you take the recommendation that Keith gave to all of us tonight and take opportunities to check in frequently with your child, with your youth, it gives also opportunities for you to give that positive and realistic feedback. And in so doing, you increase both their enjoyment of what they're doing and their opportunities to learn and grow because they've had you there supporting in that chosen activity.